Hello, Aquarius, and welcome to your weekly reading. This is for the week of August 29th to September 4th. And this is a general reading, Aquarius. It will not resonate with every single one of you. So please take what resonates with you and leave the rest. You can check your moon and rising sign. There's a link to astro.com below. You can check that out. It'll walk you through everything. And welcome to my channel, Forest for the Trees. I'm so glad you're here. If you're new here, welcome. Thanks for finding me. I'm glad we found each other. And if you're returning, thank you so much for being here, for coming back, for coming back for more. I'm glad something resonated with you. Beautiful. And thank you so much for your likes, shares, and subscribes. Thank you for your comments. I really like our community we're building here. And I appreciate each and every one of you. Anything you need, Aquarius, is in the description below. If you'd like to know the decks I'm using, if you like a personal private reading with me, everything's below. My website, everything's listed. Seven of Earth. Beautiful card. This is putting in the work. You're putting in the work, Aquarius. You're putting in the hard work. You're planting the seeds. You're waiting for something to grow. You're watching, you're waiting. It's like, what are you manifesting? Could have something to do, obviously, with money because it's a pentacle sign. It could be some investments that you're waiting to come in. It's something that started out smaller that's growing. And it may be fall. I mean, this is such a fall card. It may be something to do with fall, or maybe fall of last year that you started this, possibly. Seven is a card of decisions. So it might be, do I stay, excuse me, do I stay in this investment a little bit longer, or do I move out of it? Could be that. We have the Two of Air, so there is some type of decision making coming in. It's a decision that you need to make that you are not really wanting to see. You have, you have your back turned toward, toward me, and you are trying to balance these two birds and not really, this is an air card. So this is your thoughts and your communication, and you're not really wanting to face something. You're not really wanting to come to a decision. You're not really wanting to come to, maybe it's some type of communication you have to have with somebody, or a talk you have to have with somebody, or maybe you have to fire somebody or let somebody go. It's something that you don't want to have to face, but you're going to have to. So maybe you're mustering up the courage for that. You have the World card. This is a beautiful card. It is a card of, well, first and foremost, it's the end of a cycle, and it's the beginning of the next, because it's the last card of the tarot. I love how things are lined up. It's like things are lining up for you. You're holding the key. You've got a key to whatever you're able to unlock, something that you've been trying to maybe do or to align with. You might be trying to manifest something, and you're opening the doors. You're finding a way to open the doors. Things are lining up for you to do whatever you're wanting to do. It has something to do with work. It could be an entrepreneurial thing, because this is the Ace of Earth. And then again, you have the Seven of Earth. So this is something that you could have started long ago that might be taking off, and you might be taking it in a new direction, because the Ace is it's a new beginning card, and it's a new beginning about money, a new beginning about a job, a new beginning about material, things that ground us, right? I don't know why everything decides to fall when I start filming. It can have to do with health, but I see it more as material things, your possessions, the physical world, anything that you need to buy things in. But this could be a realization of ideas that you've had. Maybe you started this last fall, right? And then you have this growth that's taking place. You can see this growth on his antlers. This growth taking place, this new idea, this new, again, entrepreneurship, a new way to make money, a new idea, a new putting something out there. You could start an Etsy store. You could start a storefront store. I don't know. It's something along those lines. But you've unlocked the key. You figured out the formula. You figured out what works for you. So you could have decisions where, like, do I quit my day job? Or do I keep working until, it builds up? Could be that. Could be, do I tell my boss? Or do I keep, and this too could be like global. It could be all over the world. Whatever you're doing can go all over the world. And it will be prosperous. It will be prosperous for you. Now, should you quit your day job and just go ahead into it? I don't know. It's not what this reading's about, because is a more personal reading. But there's something that you're starting. There's something that you're moving forward that you started a while ago. That is coming into its own and growing and being prosperous. You figured out the formula. You figured out what works for you. Now, this reminds me, and it's probably a planet, but it reminds me of a full moon. Now, the full moon in September, because the full moon in August has passed already, but the full moon in September is on the 20th. And it's odd because the 21st is the first, it's an autumn equinox, right? It's the first day of fall. So there could be some significance for you, Aquarius, during that time, during the full moon on the 21st, or the first day of fall on the 21st or the 20th. 20th on the full moon, 21st on the equinox. That could be when you make your decision. That could be when you know. That possibly can be when you know. Because I do believe you'll know. But what you do need to know is you don't need to just ignore something, because it's going to have to be said, right? It's going to have to be said. And you're an air sign, so you should know that. But I think the World card and the Ace of Earth card, I think both will give you strength. We pulled Mugwort. How interesting. This is a new deck for me, so I'll read out of the book. I don't know if I'll ever know this whole deck. It's a lot. But I really like the artwork, and I really like, and the meanings aren't very long, so. The unassuming mugwort is an herb of many uses, including protection, concentration, uncovering memory, enhancing dreams, and guidance. As its scientific name hints, a mugwort is associated with the goddess Diana and women's mysteries. It has a reputation for being a wayfinder and a gateway to extrasensory perception, which is why it's used in charms and protection travelers to protect travelers of all kinds. Mugwort helps the dying and deceased find their way as they cross over to the next state of being. So the messages in here are here, and I will read them because there's 3, and I don't want, this is a general reading, so one might not resonate with everybody. So one of them might resonate with you. Consort with mugwort to open doors to experiencing visionary dreams, but take care to be respectful, or you may get more than you bargained for. Do not turn your nose up at ordinary and commonplace. Just because something is readily available doesn't mean it's less valuable or effective than more difficult to acquire or expensive things. Everyday witchcraft is sourced from what is at our fingertips. And you may feel that you have lost your way or are stuck in a rut. Look to mugwort for guidance to illuminate the path before you and show you new opportunities. So if you do work with mugwort, this would be a good time to work with it. If you don't work with it and would like to, I would suggest Googling from a respectable site, because I don't know that much about herbs and plants and such. I've always wanted to be, but I'm scared of picking the wrong one for somebody and hurting somebody. So I let somebody else do all that. And I'll dabble here and there, but nothing to that extent. So again, I think something that you've gone for, maybe last fall you created or started, is starting to take off. If you need protection from it, use mugwort. If you, maybe put some in a satchel and carry it around, or a sachet, or whatever they call those little bags. But no, you're unlocking keys to something that you've been working on for a long time. It could come around the full moon or the fall equinox. But your decision, you'll know, and it could be around that time when you know what to do with your decision that you need to make. All right, Aquarius, thank you so much for watching. Have a beautiful, blessed week. Please be kind to yourself and each other, and stay safe and healthy. I will see you next time. Bye for now.